Ox. Hello. I'm gonna turn this down a little. There we go. Hello and welcome to Dog Pound D&D. The last time we met was probably 3 weeks ago. That sounds about right. I'm not entirely sure what you guys did. To the best of my recollection, you guys may have been in the mines. And come back? No.
I remember what we did.
The fuck did you guys do last?
We had a drug-addled
yeah.
through.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
we were really having some
trip.
fun.
Last time on Dog
We
Pound
went to the
D&D,
Shadow Realm,
the
Jimbo.
party, the party had a drug trip in a cellar and under the kitchen, and nobody else locked them in there afterwards at all. That didn't happen at all. Oh my god, that's fantastic. Oh, so it wasn't really matter thematically because it's not like anybody did it with malicious intent, but out of character. So you guys know how you guys went to like the door and it was locked when you guys went through, like tried to go through afterwards? Guess who locked that door on you?
We wouldn't know.
No, the other party.
Yeah.
They locked so it worked out perfectly where I had that door locked and then the other party like heard the boom and saw like the noxious toxic stuff coming out, which also caused their own little freak out. But they decided to lock the door to stop the fumes from coming out. But they didn't know that you were down there, and I didn't know that they were going to do that before. When I locked the door, it just all happened to work out perfectly, and I'm pretty happy about that.
Well, you had a little help.
A little help.
Swordsman locked the door, so
I had a plan if you guys went down there. Don't worry.
I remember.
Oh, but it worked out so great. But that's what we did last time. What are your guys' goals and objectives today? What are you guys thinking you're going to accomplish? It's Tuesday. In theory, there should be school and classes. What are we looking at today? Twayblade and Vinny labels are incorrect. That is correct. Why would that have changed? Did you change your name, Goji?
No, I didn't touch anything.
I don't know why then.
I never touch anything.
Maybe have been changed.
It might have been because we lost Garen.
It might have been, and that weirdly ordered it, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll fix that. Or it was wrong last time too, and
I was.
In which case,
you've
just been Twayblade incorrectly for an entire session. You've changed a lot in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Really rewired me.
Yeah.
That experience.
You just couldn't handle it. At least it's not going to mean that you have to eat all your meals in the bathroom. That makes no sense to you, but some people who have other characters have characters that won't eat anywhere but the bathroom. And keep in mind, not specifically just the bathroom or any bathroom. He has a specific stall that is his stall.
I guess if he's cleaning it, then that would make sense because I would worry about the sanitariness of eating in a bathroom.
Everyone worries about the sanitariness of eating in the bathroom.
There's been no mention of any cleaning. I mean, it's possible.
It raises the risk of
foodborne illness. Yeah, a lot of illnesses.
So.
Haven't had to roll a con save yet.
Alright, it should be fixed now. The text should be fixed now. All the labels.
Yep.
There's no sanitary eating in the bathroom, Cosmic. That's honestly probably not wrong. Okay. So we find ourselves here on Tuesday of only the second week in this school, where a lot has happened in a very short time, like in the last 3 days. And you guys have a lot of different threads to pull on. You guys have found drugs. You guys are the ones that did go to the mines at some point, though, right? Like, I'm not crazy.
Yes.
You found blood and cookies down there. Odd mix. Okay, so I think that's where we left off. We were waking up here in the morning, I'm assuming, with people You guys are so lucky. You guys get such big rooms. You guys are party trust fund, obviously.
Well, Gary currently doesn't have a room.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, you can take the vacant room. Also, I think they're locking you in here. Is anybody? Well, I guess were you guys guarding him at night? Was Vinny?
Yeah, that was why Vinny was there.
I'm just moving people around. I'm making it work.
It's all right. I don't mind.
Sleeping all the way in the back room.
A reminder: if for some reason you don't have vision where you think you should, or you see a torch or a light source on the map that doesn't appear to be emitting light, please immediately call it out and I will fix it. A lot of the lighting is thrown together as we go, so more or less efficacy. Also, if you should have dark vision and do notice that you do not have dark vision, I can also correct that. Or if you don't have vision at all. Roll 20 is weird. All right, so what would you guys like to do? You guys are waking up. We'll start with Vinny, because Vinny should be the only one awake technically right now. I'm assuming there were some kind of shifts taken.
Probably.
Okay, so we'll start with Vinny. Also, I apologize for focus pings, but it's the only way I can manage 2 of these.
I should probably wake people up. Ugh. And he stands up, stretches, and he walks over to the door that we've, little room that we've kept our big friend in. Garen!
I'm awake.
Okay, it's time to
he
wake
puts
up.
down his book and goes open the door. I've been awake. I was reading.
Ah, you've been reading. That's good to know. I'm glad. Yeah, it's the morning. So you know we should probably get ready for breakfast and then classes. I'll go walk around and go wake everyone else up.
Mm-hmm.
And he rushes. Oh, hi guys. Oh my gosh. Everybody wake up! Yeah, we've got classes today as far as I know.
Yeah, look, we have classes and... Oh, Garrett, you missed a fun day yesterday. Plus, I think we have a way to make some money now. We might be able to just, like, pay for this semester for all of us. We're gonna give other students the opportunity to explore the cosmos.
What?
We're supposed to give Deshira and Whimsy an little study session as well.
Oh yeah, we'll have to. Yeah.
I think we're gonna need to do a little like backwards engineering before we can go school-wide on that stuff.
Yeah.
It would have been fun to have like one person there who knew what was going on.
Could the music be down a little bit?
Yeah, no, always, you can always just say that in general. It's hard to tell what everyone can hear. But
well, should we pick our classes?
Breakfast first, maybe?
Let's go to breakfast. See if there's anything new on the board.
Yeah, maybe we go see that after classes. We go see that whole blood drive thing.
Plus, there was supposed to be some crazy storm last night, right?
Oh God.
Was that someone at the door?
that was a sound that sounded similar to that at the door, yes. I'm improvising.
Doorman, real quick.
Yeah, you are the doorman.
I'm
You
like-
are dressed appropriately. I'm just saying.
Hang out in the doorway just in case.
Door man.
Maybe you should put a mailbox out there.
Hello.
There is,
Hello.
of course, another note strapped fast to the door.
Oh my
I don't know what else
gosh.
you expected.
All these freaking notes. All right, we've gotten like 2 notes yesterday, and now we've got another note today. Let's see what this says. Does anyone else want to read this, or should I?
Oh, geez.
It's in your
can,
hands right
since
now.
You already have it.
Goji, like, why the fuck did I become the doorman? Here you go, Goji. Just obviously ignore that second line there. That's auto-generated.
Official notice from the administration of Mayor's Academy to all respected members of Mayor's Academy. We must convey a most disquieting announcement regarding the communal dining halls, refrigerator, and cellar facilities. Effective immediately, these areas shall be closed until further notice due to circumstances of an extraordinary and troubling nature. An extensive review has revealed profound and extensive damage to the essential storage units. The nature of this damage is both comprehensive and perplexing, necessitating immediate and rigorous intervention to preserve the safety and integrity of our provisions.
Did we do something to the refrigerator?
I think so. Additionally, reports have reached the administration of clandestine activities transpiring within these spaces. Activities that are both illicit and deeply concerning. Although specifics cannot be disclosed at this juncture, the severity of the situation mandates the immediate closure. We recognize that this sudden action may cause... Garen,
You guys do some. Okay.
we'll explain in just a minute, buddy. I'm not even done with the letter yet. We recognize that the sudden action may cause considerable inconvenience, for which we extend our sincerest apologies. Rest assured, the administration is committed to resolving this matter with the utmost urgency and diligence. Alternative arrangements are currently being expedited to ensure minimal disruption to our esteemed community. We kindly ask for your cooperation and discretion during this period of uncertainty. Speculative conjecture is strongly discouraged. We urge all members to allow the appropriate authorities conduct the end of investigation without interference. The understanding and patience in these trying times are greatly appreciated. The administration remains to maintain the highest standard of safety and propriety within Mayor's Academy. Sincerely, the administration of Mayor's Academy, and someone else can tell our esteemed leader what we did yesterday.
Okay.
Wait, when did Garen become the esteemed leader?
Hey,
I don't remember that either.
You're the esteemed leader now, Garen.
All right, he's the biggest one. He's the strongest. I don't care. Someone else.
Second you start throwing people across the room.
Wait,
maybe.
Yeah. Nobody's willing to
Well,
argue with him at this point.
He's willing to use us as tools for his goals. That kind of,
He
But someone
does
else
like to
can tell
use people as tools.
I'm team leader.
Okay.
Someone else can tell him.
Here, let me. I'll start. Okay, so first off, none of this was our fault. Okay, this was not our idea. Okay, you remember the cellar we went to the one time where someone got turned into a sheep and all that?
Yes.
Okay, well, you remember how there was like a bunch of sloshy barrels and stuff all over the place?
Yes.
So, apparently, all of them were filled with drugs.
So you got high in the cellar.
So, okay, hold on a second.
Not on purpose.
We didn't.
That's what they
Not
all
a very
say.
good description.
I swear, Ossifer, I didn't get drunk on purpose.
It's not like we opened the barrels and just shoved our faces in it. Okay, so we were trying to figure out what was going on in there, and we found a little hidden compartment, but like I didn't get a chance to check it, and we tried opening it, and kind of the whole room exploded.
You blew up the cellar.
And the drug lab that was in said cellar. Yes, that is exactly what happened. And we didn't blow it up. We just kind
The
of
cellar's still there.
this like black
Okay.
hole type thing that pulled everything into the desk, including all the barrels and casks full of drugs, which all kind of broke on top of us, covering us from head to toe in drugs.
It was a very enlightening experience.
That's one way of putting it.
It was
You
so
know,
Hold on. So we got.
I'm a little bit glad that I wasn't with you yesterday. Then.
Oh no! You're really glad. You shouldn't be glad you weren't with us. You should be really sad you weren't with us. I got to talk to a green dragon, and there were these like cool mushroom things, and we got to play a song for this weird rat man standing over a bridge, and there was a skeleton with a violin, and we just performed our hearts out, and we got to cross over to the other side.
Yeah.
If I ever see you bring anything to your room, he's gotta take off his belt. I don't want to see any drugs in your room.
Whoa! Holy!
No, that is like inappropriate sex, but
He's gonna
never
beat
mind.
you with a belt.
Yes.
With that said, we may start setting up small study
Don't
sessions.
tell him
Other-
that.
Just to like explain that drugs are bad and that
Show
you
people
shouldn't do
firsthand.
it.
Show people firsthand the
Yeah,
effects
I'm-
of drugs.
No.
I'm rolling insight.
Oh no.
This wouldn't be the first
we
party
just should
conflict
be
in a
aware
short.
that there's
But-
a lot going on in this school.
There he is.
And don't
Yeah.
leave your drink unattended.
Gary
Yeah,
is
definitely not
very
anymore.
anti-drugs.
Such a stark contrast between your characters.
Let's see where-
Pretty sure Grimo's primary reason
insight.
for not doing more drugs is because Grimo couldn't find any more.
So do I know if you're lying about the anti-drug session in your room?
You'd have to
guess
roll
that- I
deception,
suppose-
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Have you hooked
Meta
up your
doesn't even
thing?
try to hide it.
Have you hooked up your thing, Vinny?
Oh, my dice.
Yeah.
It only works with Chrome, so I'd have to switch browsers. But it is very interesting.
Okay. Well, hopefully Chrome will work with it, but
It also only sends dice rolls as is.
that's fine.
But I have a potential plan for it.
Okay. Well, I mean, plus you're smart enough to know what your modifiers are, so.
Yeah, but it's also that would be a door bar.
Yeah, would I have to roll against it?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know
Okay.
it's door bar. I was just asking because I was just curious if it worked. I've never tried one.
Persuasion?
It would be deception, I think.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's a roll, right,
I'll
Goji?
walk over there and pat him on the back and say, "Of course we would never," and give you guidance in deception.
Mhm.
Got. Is that like an extra 1d4 or something?
It's an extra, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you got my initial roll, so.
Yes. You're gonna have to tell him what's going on, or at least, no, I know you don't. Just tell me what's going on, and I'll tell him the answer to this question. That's the
Wait,
best
what
way
do
to
you
do
mean?
I'd suggest whispering it to Meta. Which
Yeah,
is
do
just
/W
and then-
space meta. Make sure you do it the one that says meta D, not meta dog with a little bracket. Meta dog with a
Metadog is
bracket
the-
is the stream.
That's you. I thought Meta D was the stream.
Wait, is it? No, I guess Metadog is me. No, you're right. Do it to Metadog, not. See, Goji. Goji keeps everything together. That's why Goji
And,
got a dice for Christmas.
I have
Yeah.
3 different programs open. Is this in Discord?
You can
or
do it in Discord too. It's fine. With the way I have it set up, that'll work as well.
Okay. So I'm telling you what I want.
Well, no,
Garen
just
to
what
say.
the answer to his question. Go, Garen. Repeat your question. Or your challenge.
He said that like he's going to like teach students that drugs are bad, and Garen is very skeptical about that.
Yeah. So just less for me if that is a thing you're going to do or not, or more specifics, and it might be a more nuanced response, but. Because it's close enough, you might have a different response with that than if you got, very different intention. Okay, let me look at that. You are Dorbar is looking a little shifty. He's his eyes look down at his feet while he's trying to tell you, and you can tell something's off.
I'm going to like snap the belt as hard as I can and say, I better not find it anything in your room
Okay,
before he puts his belt back on.
I get it. First you throw me across the room, and then guess what? You throw me across the room again, and now you suspect me of selling drugs. I thought I was your friend. I'm going to breakfast.
I'm not very far behind you there, Dorbar. Vinny, I promise I will not do anything to anger you in any way, ever, whatsoever. Please do not hit me with a belt. Scary man. And he says my moniker for him is inaccurate.
I didn't go too far with that, did I?
A little bit far.
A little scary.
He probably weighs like 1/10 of you.
I don't think out of character you didn't go too far.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're playing your character.
Yeah, no, that was totally.
Yeah. Scary. Dorbar's like this big, and you're just.
There we go. That's why it was broken. Sorry. I had it on loop.
I mean,
Playlist, not loop track. But
he got his nickname from using me as a weapon, knocking out me and another student at the same time.
a feat of which he has repeated since then.
No, since then he just chucked me across the room.
Well, I mean, not the exact feat. I'm pretty sure he's thrown somebody else though, right? Somebody else got
Yeah,
thrown.
I chucked him so he could get another sting.
You know, really,
He
know,
makes
honestly,
me so proud sometimes.
I feel like Garen should have been in the 6 p.m. party. They've got a lot more throwable sized characters.
Every character's throwable if you have a high enough strength.
That's true, but
Or if you rage, because then you have advantage.
but like Whimsy is like 2 feet tall, Hex is 2 feet tall, Kellisk is 2 feet tall.
3.
I guess that's 3, and you guys got only 2 small people, so yeah, I'm right. Although I don't think dwarves are as throwable as what are you? Dwarf? Are you? You're a gnome, right? Is a gnome more throwable than a dwarf?
I think a gnome is 100% more.
Well, I mean, a gnome is always more throwable than a battery meta. Do you know how much stuff is in
That's
batteries?
true. And in this universe, dwarves are batteries. According to chat. Okay, so I asked Copilot, and the first line is the classic fantasy conundrum. So apparently, whether dwarves or gnomes are more throwable is a fantasy. Classic fantasy.
Very oftenly asked question.
Also, Twayblade, Cosmic Copycat says that your glasses are adorable. They also look a lot like yours, Cosmic, so.
Cute.
While gnomes and dwarves both bring unique attributes to the table, if we're strictly talking about physical throwability, in quotations for some reason, gnomes might have a slight edge. Gnomes are typically smaller and lighter than dwarves, making them easier to toss. However, whether either would consent to being thrown is another matter entirely, as Garen has found out.
I mean, Gorbar didn't seem too upset.
This is gonna be
Yeah, he didn't seem too upset at all. Chat, wink. Oh, secrets. Spoilers. I've been seeing too many Doctor Who TikToks.
I didn't almost get Garen killed or anything.
Almost, not at all. So, are we on our way to the dining hall?
To breakfast.
To breakfast we go.
To breakfast.
Also, this will probably be a less fantastical date. It'll be pretty basic today. Running on lower fumes gate. We're gonna flip you because you are not upside down right now. And we're gonna go find Garen.
I don't know. After the day we had yesterday, there's no telling how.
Your life got flipped, turned upside down.
Yeah, how we're getting to breakfast.
Would you like to take a minute and have me sit right here? You tell me how you became a student of Maris Academy.
Oh my god, he doesn't get it.
No, he does not
What?
get it. He doesn't get
He
it.
doesn't get it.
He doesn't get it.
Oh no!
I whistled.
It's
Did you
so
whistle for a
embarrassing.
horse? And when it came near, there were tassels on the tail and a saddle.
What?
Oh dear. If anything, you could tell that horse was rare. He doesn't get it.
Your
Sorry.
home, smell
Fresh
you
Prince.
later.
Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
I get it now. It's because it's the lyrics of the intro song.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that took me.
No problem. I mean, I did change
It
the
took me
lyrics.
waiting for you to explain it to get it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine. All right. So party 2 p.m. Garen, who has feet. Everybody has feet now, by the way. I'm so happy. I think everyone has feet, right? Everybody here has feet. I think everybody in the other party has feet at this point. Okay, so go ahead and talk for a few minutes, and I will finish setting up the dining hall for you.
Probably a good thing we've no longer been defeated.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize Quentin Tarantino directed this show.
Oh, fun factoid I just found out. In Pulp Fiction, Quentin Tarantino's character, Jimmy, was originally supposed to be played by Steve Buscemi.
Ooh.
Which I think would have been hilarious.
Steve Buscemi is amazing in anything. Like, Death of Stalin is so funny because there's a bunch of British guys, and then there's just Steve Buscemi talking like Steve Buscemi.
I watched the most uncomfortable Steve Buscemi movie recently. What was that called? It was like the something lounge. Yeah, Trees Lounge. Have you ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
It's super weird. Steve Buscemi is just the super creepy alcoholic whose life has fallen apart. And that's it. That's the entire movie.
All right, fine. There we go. Okay, go ahead, pull yourselves on screen.
Don't forget to focus ping where the meat is. There you go.
That's a good call. Uh-oh, did we lose Tavion?
He'll be back in just a second. He needs to get something to drink.
Okay. Everybody, and I'll pull Tavion on screen so we can get rid of the meat. Go. 1, 2, 3,
I'll stay.
4, 5. I'm
We
missing
miss-
someone.
We're missing Garen. Voila.
He just didn't want to show his face. You know, he's got a reputation.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna have to start eating in the bathroom, I think.
No.
But not the one, not this bathroom. Not that one. Only this bathroom. Only this one.
I will eat in the swordsman's stall.
I think you'd have to ask around to figure out which one that is, but yeah, you can certainly attempt to do that.
Nah, he's still just gonna eat. like in the cafeteria.
Eat like a normal person?
No matter what
Yep.
people. Yeah.
So
Probably a
Tavion,
good idea.
Garen's a normal guy, just a little bit
oh, go back there.
violent sometimes.
So Tavion, as you walk in, you notice that the door to the cellar area is not only there's like a sheet of metal like riveted around it, and then on top of that you have several boards boarded up over it. And it's completely sealed.
I bet I could rip them off.
Well, I don't think we
That
want to
part
let too many people know we were down there.
Yeah,
Ixnay.
You know, it would convince everyone that we weren't down there if he works really hard to break through the door because we're so curious as to what's down there.
That is a good point.
I am not doing that for you.
We'd be doing it for you.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
as a demonstration of your strength
Your vast power.
and our curiosity over an area that we've never seen.
I don't think we have to worry too much about it. I mean, like, it's fine. There's no one else around, is there? Okay.
I mean, there is
Yeah,
a door to the kitchen, and it does have a lock on it.
Don't forget, Garen is supposed to be lawful good, so he's not doing that. Well, unless he has a good reason to.
Breaking up a drug cartel is a pretty positive thing to do. I mean, we don't know what these people were doing with that stuff, and I think that keeping materials like that out of a school requires understanding what was going on there a little bit better. On the other hand, if it's legal, which we haven't actually covered, wouldn't it still be fine? Legality of drugs, DM?
It varies from country to country. Here, recreational drug use is allowed, so it's not forbidden so much, but like poisoning people is still like not okay. So
Like
it's
murder, sure, yeah.
it's based on intent, really. Here, at least at Maris, it's kind of open-minded. There are like cities and countries, or they're not really cities or countries, but equivalent places have differing rules. Safe Falls pretty much legalizes everything but heavily taxes it. Emir has everything legal and just has normal taxes. There's like Barandor and what the fuck's the other one?
There are multiple other ones, Meadow.
The other
Are you speaking the other religious
Erfurt.
one?
Erfurt and Barandor are both very religious cities, so they outlaw all drugs. Baru's Keep is basically Vegas with even more hedonism. So, I mean,
Baru's Keep
everything's
was
allowed.
funny.
Miles past
But yeah,
probably
in
wouldn't
Maris,
allow
like
it.
it's allowed, but also depending on the drug, the reputation can also matter as well, because certain groups get together for their own gatherings after class, and some of those are more or less respected.
But I mean, the university said something along the lines of illicit, so it seems like they feel that whatever was going on there was against school rules and policies, right?
Gotcha.
So we're really the heroes in all of this if you look at it.
So what are you guys doing?
Just gonna pick up this knife that's larger than he is and cut himself off a piece of chicken.
Absolutely. But it is raw.
It's raw. It doesn't look raw.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's that, but all the food here is uncooked except for things that like you don't need to cook to begin with.
Oh, okay. Well,
That came up a while ago, but it hasn't really been revisited, I think, since like the first or second episode. It's why party 6 p.m. has blown up the kitchen like 3 times.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be fair to make all of a sudden start having cooked things when they've literally almost killed themselves 3 times.
Okay, can I cut off a chicken breast and then cook it in
Absolutely.
a cast iron pan?
Yep, just roll cooking or cooking utensils, I think.
Oh, cooking. I mean, I assume there are utensils. Wouldn't it just be a survival roll?
I think there's a reason cooking utensils do something, but I could be wrong.
It's survival. Is what
Okay.
we've gone. If you don't have the cooking utensils skill on your sheet, then it's just
Yeah. I think is there a benefit for utensils or not, or is it just having them?
I know that if you have proficiency, you can add your proficiency bonus. I think.
Oh, that might be what it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Which
so
is
it doesn't
why
matter if you
Violet is
don't
really
have
good at
it.
cooking.
Yeah. Okay. With a 9, you burn it a little bit. If you peel off the outside skin, it should be fine. It's just gonna taste a little, ashy.
Okay, I'll make a chicken salad.
Absolutely. Anybody else? Also, if you've noticed, or if anybody's noticed, there are students who you've never seen before here. Now, you have seen them before out in character. But out of character, there have been, I think, 17 students so far that I've put together and added that are supposed to be people who have been here before you. Just because I had not built them yet. So, I'm just pointing out that we have some of those here, so you'll start to see them pop up from here to there.
But yeah, Gary's just gonna cook himself some eggs, bacon, and some hash browns.
Roll cooking.
I don't have cooking, can cook, so I'll just roll
Survival. Yep.
and hope for the best.
It's kind of mid. It's a basic breakfast. I mean, it's not as good as like going to like a Denny's, but like it's at least like an IHOP off of a freeway. You can get it. It's good enough.
Alright.
Beyblade will just grab some bread and fruit.
All right. No roll needed for that. Being a vegetarian pays off.
I'm gonna see if I can hear anything interesting over here.
And let me find where you are.
Far right side.
You're not suspicious at all. Roll perception, I believe. All right. Perception of a 10. So they look to be talking about why the cellar is closed off, but they see you looking towards them. Notice who you are. Immediately stop talking and leave the room.
My reputation still precedes me. Or trying to whatever. So, ah, damn it, Vinny. I guess I'm just gonna eat my breakfast in solitude.
All right. What else are we doing?
Dorbar is gonna sit down with ask if he can sit down with these 2 random folks.
All right. 1 second. I'm fixing one thing here, putting it together. Oh God. For what I'm supposed to, I had planned to put on the notice board. I just realized I cannot actually use Copilot. So, you want to know why?
Wow.
Because Copilot doesn't let me doesn't like write me anything that contains like if I have to say like somebody was murdered in this campaign, automatically Copilot's out. It won't touch it.
Oh yeah. Like, nope. You're gonna have to hand read it.
Yes. So,
Departed this
someone
mortal
murdered?
plane.
what was
How's
that?
Copilot feel about that?
He's gone.
We can ask the other AI how they feel about the gnomes and the dwarves. Sorry, I've almost got it. Just so I'll go back here while it's doing it. While I'm kind of doing it. So let's find you. Where are you? You're right there. Okay, so you sit down at the table with them.
Yeah.
Okay, and they just kind of look at you.
Hey guys, did you guys get that note? Did you hear about the thing in the cellar?
Oh yes, I heard about that. Supposedly there was a wolf. I saw some students leaving afterwards. I can't remember their names exactly. There were a lot of little ones, and they were running around screaming. And I think one of them scaled one of the stalls outside and was screaming about monsters or something. I'm not. It was quite crazy, from what I've heard. I don't know what happened, but they were all running around in the dark.
A party of smaller folk. Do you know? Is there a dorm that could be like that? This is crazy. Cause like from the thing, it sounded like, I don't know. Like, what were they like making drugs down there, or were they brewing beer? That doesn't make much sense, does it? Cause we have beer up here. Whatever happens, I hope whoever did this, they find them and they figure out what happened. Because this is... we spent so much money to be here, and we're here to learn, and it seems so unacceptable.
Sorry, repeat that. I zoned out. Sorry, that's my bad. I'm multitasking
No,
too
you're
much.
Basically, I was just like, I hope they find whoever did this, because if they're making drugs or whatever, that,
Oh,
we're
you heard
paying
there were
to be in
drugs
this
involved?
school.
Those were drugs that did that?
Well, no, I don't. They said that it was illicit activities going on down there.
Well, I mean, but that could be anything. I mean, I just assumed it was a sex ring or something. I mean, have you seen some of the people running around here?
If it was a sex ring, that actually would have been kind of awesome.
What does that mean?
I mean, it would definitely explain why they need to wall it off for cleaning.
Yeah, that actually, you know what? That makes way more sense. I want a little small people's sex ring.
I didn't even think about the fact that they were all little people coming out. I mean, there were a couple of tall ones, but I mean, maybe they were the customers, and the little people were the benefactors. I think it's not benefactors. What's the employees? Is employees? Employees, I think, might be the word we're looking for here.
You like, we're all supposed to be here to learn to adventure. You'd think that like people would find a more sincere way of earning their way through this.
I mean,
school.
isn't sex just a big adventure?
I mean, I'd like to think that, like, sex is a contained adventure, but if you're just, like, whoring yourself out to other students, that doesn't seem very becoming. Well, there'd be a lot of becoming, but, get it? Get it? Never mind. Hey, that's a really cute teddy you have. What's his name?
I tell you, we don't talk about Teddy.
Oh, we don't. Okay,
Wait, we might have already told, you might already know about Teddy technically. Let me find out if you are or are not the people who know.
Oh, okay. I don't remember learning about Teddy.
I just know
You
there's
did.
something.
You did. You guys have
You
actually
did?
met him before. You have met him before, yeah.
Is he large? Like, does he become?
He
like
was
a-
on the boat.
You met him. He was the guy in the like the dining area, the relaxing area, who was drinking and was relatively friendly, but had a teddy that he wouldn't talk about, and he would not leave his side, and it would not leave his sight. But that was like 5 months
3
ago.
days ago.
I mean, it was like a week ago in game, but out of character, it's been like 6 months. So let me get you back to your dining hall. There we go. Continue.
But I hope this all gets resolved. Have you guys heard any other interesting gossip?
I mean, some of the ads up on the notice board have been a bit strange lately. I mean, have you heard about this person named Garen? Oh, yes, this Garen! I'm scared to even leave my nest in the morning. I have
Yeah.
fragile, hollow bones, and I hear he throws the people.
Yeah, that's a thing he did to some people. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. It's very scary. Like, I think he wants to do good, but he's just so full of rage. Like,
It's the standards here. They've really gone down. I mean, honestly, some people, you can just tell they were raised on the streets. There's this one, and he has. It's gotta be fake. It's probably like copper painted in gold. He's got like copper painted gold armor, and he eats in the bathroom. I mean, seriously, like, show some class. This is the prestigious Marist University.
I have heard about that. Doesn't he go by the name like the Swordsman?
Yeah, it's always rambling about the great demon Fullerman or Fuller or Elgarian. I'm not sure. Edgar, maybe. Yes, it's Edgar. The full demon Edgar is coming to kill us all.
Yeah. I think he even wrote about it on the notice board. Like, come on, like.
Have
that's
some
evil.
decency. You can
Well,
tell he
I-
doesn't come from a good family.
Well, I appreciate you guys talking to me, and I hope you have a great breakfast.
Oh, absolutely. We do a lot less, blowing ourselves up than some of these newer students.
Yeah, I agree. Like, oh my god, the number of fires and explosions in that kitchen. This kitchen's crazy. I never thought a kitchen could be this crazy.
I mean, honestly, Ufri's class should be mandatory study for all first semesters. Honestly.
That makes sense. I've been a couple times.
It's very good class.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys have a great morning.
Absolutely, you as well.
I'm gonna walk back to the party and be like, "Hey, so rumor is that like a bunch of small people or small creatures were running around when the explosion happened. So I think maybe people think Whimsy's friends did it, because there's a lot of small people in
Oh,
there.
those guys? Yeah, maybe.
We might be safe if no one saw us, but other people saw them freaking
Okay,
out.
everyone, let's quiet down a lot.
Oh, sorry,
Let's
one
make
sec.
sure that
I'm gonna force mute you, Cool Doom, for the moment, because you're not there.
Oh, he's gone.
But I'll force undeafen you when I see you pop back up. If also, a good general rule, because I know I can do this now and I can help do that dynamically. If you leave or come back and I don't deafen or undeafen you, please just ping me and I will take care of it. Or you can do it yourselves, I mean, as well, but go ahead. Sorry.
quiet down a lot. Talking that loud about this. Listen, all right? We just let it, because we don't want the attention on us. Maybe we let those guys take the fall. All right? They're smart cookies. All right? And I think they'll be able to. Whimsy's a good guy. He'll be.
I don't know, but I don't like making other people take the fall. I really don't. But
We don't know that there's going to be any falls, or we don't know what the consequences are going to be. I say we just let this play out.
just
We
let
didn't
it
do
all
anything.
blow-
We're just exploring a little bit. Had a little upsie.
We just let it all blow over.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys thinking class-wise?
Do any of you guys have logistics? I literally haven't showed up once yet. And
We can take any class, but
I
we
have
should-
logistics.
Yeah, I wish I've been to logistics. May I help you, sir?
Oh,
Or
hi.
madam?
Sir will do.
Yeah, you
'Cause
kind
I
of
was,
walked a little towards us, then you.
I was just walking past. There's this. I mean, it's a very. You got to admit, it's a very impractical fountain to have in the middle of the rug towards the kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, come on, like.
Who put this here?
it actually is.
Like, I have to walk around this. Like, I have to get so close to the gnome.
Whoa!
You didn't
Back
have to
up.
say it that way.
Well,
You got
I
a
mean,
problem with gnomes or something?
Historically, they did kill a lot of my people. Like, you know,
I
like
look
like my
I'm
like
sorry.
literally like 1,000 years ago, on like they released, I don't know, they had this gem or something and they broke it and unleashed the demons upon our tribe. And there's like 6 of us left. Like there were like 6 of us. Like, come on. You wouldn't hate the people who killed all of your friends, family, and relatives?
Okay, can I clarify though? I'm a forest gnome.
Oh,
Like
you're
I-
one of the crazy gnomes. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. No, you guys are fine. You guys make the best drugs. Out of
We do make
character,
pretty good.
a contingent of gnomes that were formerly in this cave place. Because gnomes were extinct for generations upon generations upon generations. A whole big story, prior plot point. Anyways, they got found. They came back out of hiding. They've populated the world now. Some of them settled on Shetland with Ikarath, who is Ikarath. He's special. Anyways, it's a very it's like if there were a lot more drugs in the Camelot from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. That's the vibe with magic that you get from that island. This player, it was interesting. Anyways, so a contingent of gnomes did settle there. They do tend to the Krakosaurus Rex, a giant slime dinosaur monster thing. Anyways, it's kind of their like national like animal now, or mascot, or whatever you call a city's like. What would a national, like, if it's a bear, is that just a national animal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So national
There
animal.
are no rules because they just have. Usually, it's a petition from a bunch of second graders. So.
anyways,
These second
so,
grade gnomes love the Krakosaurus
so yeah,
Rex, alright?
so canonically, forest gnomes would be those gnomes. Yes. Playful.
Well,
We're fine with you.
okay. Awesome. Yeah.
All right, as long as you're not one of those underground gnomes.
No. I grew up around a bunch of elves and mostly just did our own thing.
Hey, a racist mind is a racist kind, alright? Jeez.
I mean, if
I
there's,
came from an underground people. Is that cool with you?
I don't care about dwarves. Dwarves are fine. I mean, as long as you're not going to be
Huh.
spouting some of that Thalrak nonsense.
Whoa.
I'm not speaking.
Well, sir, if you wouldn't mind moving on, you have been an interesting conversation, but I do not find you entertaining.
Well, I mean, you did just kind of stop me while I was on my way out of the. Like, I was
thought
nice
you were
enough to entertain you, and
eavesdropping.
here you are insulting me.
I thought you were eavesdropping. Turns out you're a racist.
I'm just walking. Oh, well, if they killed your people, you wouldn't feel a certain way.
That was 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, genocide leaves a mark.
I'm sorry, Dwarva,
True.
that you had to hear
If
that.
the damage wrought
It's
can pass down from generation to generation.
But you shouldn't be blaming today's.
Oh, he
true.
walked out.
Yeah.
No, I know. Now we're
Rudely.
just having a
Oh
philosophical
yeah, no, you continue. I'm just letting you know
Yeah.
he rudely walked out, so that's intentional.
And plus, I doubt it was intentional. Based on the way he described it, a gem broke and demons got it. I doubt the gnome's like, oh, let's break this gem.
I mean, the ages they can reach, 1,000 years for some, that's barely grandparents.
True.
I wonder if there's still a gnome from back then.
That'd
Would
be
be-
interesting.
An excessively old gnome, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, classes. Anyone else want to do logistics with me, or?
Absolutely. Maybe we should invite Garen over here so he can
Yeah,
hop in
let's-
on this discussion.
Logistics
let's-
sound nice.
I'll whisper. I'll message his head into his head.
Okay.
Garen, we're talking about classes.
You have to Meta has to free
I
him
can't.
from
He
his
muted
spell.
himself.
Garen! Garen! Here, let me...
Aaron.
Can you stay?
Aaron.
Please, Garen!
Yes, gnome racism cosmic. That is what was coded into this character. I try and make every character unique, so there's
So
good
that
students
one
and
was
there's bad
unpleasant.
students. There's good students and bad students. Not everybody in the world is nice. You've met a lot of nice students.
True.
I need to make sure there's some not so nice students.
True, that is accurate.
Because if everybody was nice, then who the fuck is killing people or blood or drugs or whatever the
The
hell else?
administration.
It's all the administration. Students are completely innocent. Absolutely. You guys, absolutely. I love that. 100%. You're right. Press F to doubt.
Yeah. Garen! Garen, get over here!
What?
We're talking about
Alright.
classes, my friend.
I'm back.
You also could have come back at any time. Like, you weren't excluded. You were just excluded because your character was physically over there.
Oh.
If you wanted to come back and, like, you have freedom. If you move back within range of people, you can unmute naturally on your
I
own.
didn't think about it.
Yep, I'm just letting you know, like, not saying, like, 'cause I didn't tell you. We're all working with this dynamically as I'm trying to make it less, let's take a 2-minute pause every time you guys split up, and more dynamic that you guys can control it. So continue, sorry.
We're thinking logistics. And you notice Tivian is just basically like laying on the table, slowly eating little bits of bread, clearly struggling with what happened yesterday.
It's just a little hangover. We can go to another one, right? Should we, or can we only do one? Oh yeah.
No, we can do 2 a day.
Yeah, there's roughly enough time in a day for there to be 2 without it being, okay, you're just gonna be doing classes all day, because these are long classes.
Ooh.
Yeah, you probably could fit, well, you can fit, I mean, you can fit in probably 3 classes. I mean, you guys also, oh no, you guys are trust fund. You guys didn't get jobs.
No, we didn't. Not yet.
It's funny how those names got like dubbed like at the beginning of all of this, and you guys have, without intending to, just completely actually fit into it. You guys are like, no, we're going for the big bucks. We're gonna go for these big things, and the other party's like, you know what? Is there any jobs on a board somewhere? Can we like be a blacksmith or a baker or a key maker?
Yeah.
One of
We
them's a
don't-
stable hand and is mucking out the stalls for 3 hours every morning.
We still don't have much money, but we have some cool stuff. It's only
Yeah.
1 weekend of classes. We have plenty of time to get money.
We need to get on this side hustle.
Yeah, yeah.
And now that I know that your people have a knack for this, I feel like we'll be able to make this work.
Okay, so logistics. What else you guys thinking today?
I mean, Garen, you have any ideas of where you might want to entertain yourself?
I was just going to go to the melee combat class.
Ah, your good old favorite? You gonna go put
Yep.
someone else in a coma?
Will you please be quiet about that?
We don't know when he's
I
supposed to wake up. Maybe he won't.
I actually I might visit that kid. I feel like I owe an apology, and I hope they can still hear me.
You were
I
just
think I'm-
performing to the best of your ability. Go ahead.
I put him in a coma.
He went into a coma. You didn't put him there.
Yeah, that's not how comas work. Like, I can't just snap my fingers. Coma.
I bashed his head so hard with the butt of my sword that he went into a coma. It is my fault he's there. I put him there.
You want? He'll be fine. Oh, also, I might have just talked to some other students, and they're still terrified of you. So you're doing good, buddy. I'm thinking about going to secrets and stealth. Anyone else? But like, I can just go to that one on my own. But I think it'd be fun to do logistics together.
I agree.
You do logistics.
If you guys want to figure out like because I think I'm the only one who has stealth and secrets. So if you guys want to figure out between you, the second class.
I mean, we can go to any class we want.
Maybe we should consider some alchemy options just to maybe help our maybe future side hustles along.
Yeah, if anyone has it, because we still have the stuff to make that water breathing potion too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We have that clinical water breathing potion.
Remember the thing that threw me into the river? Because it knocked me out.
Yeah.
Well, Garrett, would you like to accompany us to logistics? The heck?
I guess so. Yes.
You're a very welcome presence.
To logistics.
All right.
And Tivian very slowly stands up.
This is where you can talk in character for a little bit while I finish up the classroom.
Tivian, you need like a pick-me-up or something?
You need to just get another day under me.
Alright.
Everything's fine. And then he... No, never mind. I was gonna say then he pukes in the corner, but probably not that bad.
Your delicate constitution. Oh, this classroom's big.
It is.
Whoa.
Mhm.
These are big desks, man.
Yeah, it works. You see Geklu, Master of Logistics. He's standing at the second step at the front of the classroom. You see censures in... No, don't stand on that. That's fire. You see censures lining... You were on a censure. This thing. I was making a joke. You had just dragged yourself. It was a joke.
Oh.
Your character just dragged out on top of fire. It was There are censures lining the carpet. The room is, as far as you guys can all see, unbearably warm. We're talking like similar to if you were like out in where would it be, like the Saharan desert, like where like lions and shit would be, like where there's still grasslands and stuff. It's not like sand.
So, Savannah.
Savannah, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. That level of daytime heat. And Geklu is not dressed like in sparse clothing, but is in fact bundled up has like a hood, doesn't show you, has like a hood thing on, and is very much dressed like you would expect somebody from that climate to be dressed. You guys, however, are all sweating. Well, any of you who, oh no, Twayblade, you're not. You have fire resistance. So this is fine.
Can you resize us a little bit?
If I can find you, yeah.
Where do I have fire resistance from?
I think just
That
dwarves
is-
have it.
Dwarves do not.
Oh.
Thorak had it because he was a forge cleric.
Oh, well then I guess you are also very warm.
I mean, I'll take it. It's fine.
Oh no, you had to challenge it. Now you suffer in the heat. I should probably size up some of these to begin with.
Yeah, like takes off his coat, takes his gloves off, rolls his sleeves up. Oh my, hot.
This is perfect. I'll just sweat this out.
I'm not sure the heat's gonna be helping how you feel on that,
Yeah,
Tavian.
you just gotta sweat through it, get it out.
And as you're saying that, you hear the instructor tap what looks like a metal rod onto the desk, and the door swings shut, and all of the windows that had been open with a cross breeze, oh god, my camera thinks I want it to track me now, also drop shut. And there's
Oh
no
my
breeze
God.
whatsoever.
Oh my gosh, it swelled in here.
And you are very cognizant of the heat radiating from the center of the room, from the red, thick carpet. And you notice that not only is it a rug now, the very floor is in fact carpeted to look like granite. And the walls are also of fabric, as is the ceiling.
Is anyone
But
has anyone been here before? Like, is it normally this clothy and warm?
Yeah, I actually did take had this class once. Is this normal? Or what it was last time?
the decor is the same, but the last time it was not nearly so stiflingly warm.
I think this is part of the lesson.
Well, somebody certainly figured it out, but what is the lesson? Just talking directly to you.
Surviving in warm climates, planning for resources like drinks, keeping yourself cool.
Well, that would be a very on-the-nose way of doing it. This is more of a teaching tool, because very rarely will you be planning in a comfortable environment. Very rarely will you need to learn these kind of logistics when you are working on the front lines. This is to prepare you. You're going to be wet sometimes, you'll be cold, you'll be warm, you'll be hot. But it's cold and wet outside, so why expose you to more of what you know? Let's shock your systems with what you will never expect. So today's lesson, we will be reviewing some of the logistics of the Great War. And we will also be challenging you students to work in groups of 5. Conveniently. And other students will be added if we don't have the right number. Anyways, I will give you one of the scenarios from the war, and we will see who devises the most effective logistical strategy around it. Yes, please bring out your papers and pens and prepare to take notes. All right, so the teacher comes around and passes out a parchment with the world map on it. Now, class, this is a newer world map, so you'll have to understand that Balin was not necessarily Balin at the time. Safe Falls was the name at the time. And you'll have to ignore the giant purple objects, towers of Alvin, as they were not there at the time as well. Aside from that, the landscape remains roughly the same. Now, class, does anybody have any opinions on who would have ultimately won the war should it have continued to the end? Should the Voltaire threat had not risen from the depths of hell?
Can I do this is going to be ridiculous. Can I do a history roll to see if I am aware of Munch Munch?
Has your character had a history of enjoying the fiction or non-fiction accountings of the stories of the heroes? If you don't know what I'm talking, if you don't know,
he did read some Romance of Rokoge when he was infatuated with Abby. Whether he would have read enough of it, or if it's even in those books,
it would have been in the third book. Would Dorbar have gotten to the third book, about halfway through the third book? In this, I'll let you make that call, but it would have been about halfway through the third book. And these aren't like teeny books, but they're not like full-length novels. They're like young adult paperbacks. Like they're thick. It's not like the Magic Tree House. Think like Aragon or something.
Nah, he probably would have read like the first one, or maybe he would have skimmed. Actually, he might have skimmed multiple ones, but I don't know whether he would have read it or not.
If he only skimmed it, I would guess not, because Munch Munch didn't play a huge factor in things other than being a cute anecdote. So there would have been maybe 6 lines in the whole book. I mean, you could roll luck if you want to with a skill check of 18.
Nah, that's fine.
All right. So anybody volunteering?
Vinny will speak up briefly. Well, ignoring the fact that you talked about something that didn't happen.
Which didn't happen?
The whole Voltaire thing, he doesn't exist. He's just a children's story.
So I'm making sure that wasn't you correcting.
It was not.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
The Voltaire thing, children's story.
No! We stop you right there. Voltaire was a very real threat, and trust me, they say he was defeated, they say he was killed, but nobody has ever produced any proof that I have seen, and the logistics of missing children has remained increased in the 1,000 years since.
Right, sure, totally.
They call me crazy, but I tell you, Voltaire is alive.
He was never real to begin with, but...
They lied to us.
They lied to us.
We're asking who would have won the war, not the logistics of a children's story made-up boogeyman.
Well, then how do you explain that they suddenly came to terms and peace after so much fighting and vitriol?
I believe that the hell rose, but I do not believe that some pillar of all evil suddenly came about and was leading a bunch of demons. It's stupid.
No, he had help. He had help from his minion, the red one.
Right. I think
they say in tales that they've seen him pop up from here to there. Tales of Voltaire and the Red One.
I think Alvin would have won because he had a very large supply of alliances and he had the magic crystal.
Yes, yeah.
But it's not all about it. You had the isolation of the dwarfs and the alliance with the elves. You have the best gear, armors, artificers. in all of the lands coming together.
Wasn't Alvin a dragon? A very powerful one? And he had that whole magic crystal thing going on? That's a lot of power.
It is a lot of power, but Thalarak was ordained by the gods. He had collected half of the great books of Morden at that point.
Someone else can keep answering. I'm too hot.
It has been getting progressively warmer as he's been speaking. You do have... Let me go back to the room. One, two... 12 brazier, like, censures in the middle of the room. Just... And you guys just feel it radiating heat. Roll Constitution. Saves.
Can Tivian just be occasionally just prestidigitating a little bit of cold air around his neck?
Yeah, and I'll let you roll that at advantage then. Dorbar, you automatically pass the next check. Garen, Steno, and then we'll wait for Tavion's roll.
No.
So
Did not
Garen
help me.
and Steno take 1 level of exhaustion.
Like, so we can die.
Can you die
6
from
exhaustion levels. 6 exhaustion levels. You're
technically.
dead.
Where is that something we click, or do we just have to keep track of it?
I don't think there's anything on the sheet. I think you just have to. Comes up very rarely in 5e, so they don't usually keep it on the sheets.
You should have just gone to melee combat.
Okay, well, so can I How big are the sensors?
Like punch bowl size, like big mixing bowl. Filled with like half full with like ash, coals, and such.
Sure. What's in the room?
Let me go back to the room. Well, obviously you have all of the desks. You have a bunch of tables with scrolls and various books laying around. You have a table of what looks like various flowers just arranged aesthetically for some reason. A suit of armor, a full-on brazier in the corner here and here, and then
Right.
cartography. Go ahead.
I said, okay, I'm gonna go to the flower. Are the flowers in like pots and stuff?
Some of them are loose. Some of them are like kind of like stuck in between boards. Like it's a variety of arrangements. Like it's like somebody
gonna take
saw
the
Etsy
one-
and tried to do their best.
Okay. I'm gonna just start taking the ones in pots and dumping the soil over the braziers to put out the fires. It's too fucking hot.
I did not say to do that. Go back to your seat.
I want to learn from you, but I can't focus, so I might as well make it
That's
as best
the
I can.
very point.
All right?
It's supposed to be hard to focus.
But if we can't use what we have to make it better for ourselves, then what are we doing
Yes, but these are.
to improve the conditions that we find
That's a
ourselves
good point. But this is a simulation of a Saharan environment. You cannot put dirt over the sun.
No, but you could burrow underground for the daytime hours and do most of your work at night. Am I talking too loud? Oh, sorry. I got excited.
You could, but you march at night. When do you plan?
You
During
plan
the
on
day.
the ground.
In the heat. You can't. You will be dealing with this heat even underground.
I go back to my seat. I mean, that's fine, but I hope I got at least one of them out.
You see Geklu walk over, grab the one you put out, put it on the ground, go to
Full of
behind the
dirt.
desk, grab another one, go back to the desk again, pull out more of the fuel, go and put the fuel into the brazier, start the fire again. After about another 15 minutes, in which you notice that Geklu is moving exceedingly slow for some reason. Geklu
Hi.
returns to. Go ahead.
Hey, Geklu. Okay, let me take a shot at this. Okay, so the dwarves are like kind of nominal, and if I remember my history right, weren't they like? Didn't he want to become king because some demon like was lied to him and told him that Alvin was doing a bunch of stuff? So like we can discuss like the military might. I think that like Alvin, you know, being a dragon and having built the major city and ruling the area probably would have won, but like isn't it all a little bit moot because the only reason they were at war was because they were manipulated by the demons they came together to fight anyway?
It depends. Well, first, out of character, you get an extra class point, and but it'll be in line with the reaction here. First off, yes.
I think I would have known that from the first book, right?
Yeah, no, but I was out of character telling you get an extra class point. And then my response will be indicative of such. Anyways, first you raise a very good point. Logistics are more than just supply lines. There's the logistics of information networks and how reliable they are. However, that was not the only factor. Jeez, sorry. That's a very difficult voice to maintain. Yeah, okay. Anyways, but that was not the only reason. While Thalaric was lied to about some of the alliances that Alvin was in, Thalaric was already planning to take action against Thalaric was already planning to take action against Alvin because of his fear of the crystal. A fear which, in fact, turned out to be quite well founded. Given that Alvin has since released the history of what the fuck is this thing called again?
Krakeron.
Krakeron. Cousin to Crenshilban. Which is actual Forgotten Realms lore. Thank you very much. Like the only piece that exists in here. There would have been conflict one way or the other, whether it would have been a full-scale world war or a war between the dwarfs and just Alvin is yet to be, is a question we will never know. But then the question comes down to the dwarves and definitely the elves versus most likely an early development Scheitland and Baolan. Now, we can certainly discuss who would win in that if we would like to switch discussion to that.
What about all of his alliances with, Alvin's alliances with Watun, and I believe there was one with the New First Tree?
Those were all based originally off of the threat of Voltaire. He had those. But would and yes, they may or may not have joined him, but also, would Alvin have called upon them for a personal feud with a friend? Even if it was two nations at war?
True.
Exist.
Alright, so our logistical problem for the day. One of the biggest problems that Thalaric would have faced is finding a way to the heart of all of the territory that Alvin had gained allied against him. And now we're gonna need some help from Goji here. You can draw circles, right?
I do have the power to draw, sir.
Draw orange circles over the places that Thalrak had.
Okay. That was freehand. Whoops, one sec. Action.
Let me do the circle, thank you. Sorry, this is just to set up the problem for you guys. Fendal was
No one had.
not Alvin, right?
I'm pretty sure Fendal was allied with Alvin after Thalrak
Oh yeah.
opened the generator up.
Clastow,
Clastow was not aligned with anyone because Clastow was under Voltaire's
Padoon,
control.
I think was Alvin, right?
No, the Great Library was Thalrak.
Okay.
Because I think Alvin complained when he heard about it.
That's true. Mallow's Pass.
I
had to
think
have
that
been-
might have been That was Thalrak
That had
because
to because
Alvin
they
had
hate
Watoon.
Watoon, yeah.
Yeah.
He had a lot less than we would have thought, I think.
Let's see. Because that's because he was very unwilling to work with anyone with any kind of corruption.
Was Baru's Keep with anybody?
Odd.
And we're just also pretending that the teacher is telling you all of these things and who's allied with who.
Yeah, good to know. I think Baru's Keep, because they wanted Thalrak to use their prostitutes.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah.
So this is a very different landscape than you thought, than I thought. So we
And
look
then,
at yeah.
Everything else is unaligned because there's
Oh
the
wait,
big
no,
triangle
we
that-
forgot one major ally.
Who? Shetland?
Nope. Oh, Shetland's
Who?
not supposed to be orange.
Okay.
Rakoge
No.
was not under anyone's control because it was
No.
inhabited by giants. As of the...
The Psionicus.
Oh, right, yeah, that was... And I think Trevor was not playing both sides. I think he was an Alvin fan.
Yeah, but he's in safe also. And he's just a world power.
Yeah.
So we find,
Yeah.
and you look, and you can see the cities. You have the Elvish and Dwarvish capitals, Emir, Barandor, Mallows Pass, Erford, Baru's Keep, Kadoon. He has 3/4 of the world. Watoon and Shaitlin are on an island almost by themselves. Thalrak certainly had all of the land forces. The problem that Alvin had is how do you even with superior allies? Because we believe Trevor would have fought for him. Watoon with the vampires and Shaitlin with the Chronomancer and the gnomes. As well as all of the goblins of the Dark Cloud Forest. And the power of the crystal. But when you have 3/4 of a world to conquer, how do you supply those? Especially when you have one of your biggest enemies right on your very own border. A demon lord just to your west.
By the end, Ulford was Alvin's, I think.
Oh yeah, he did
'Cause-
annex it.
Yeah, he took it over.
That's fine.
Did he actually take it over? Wasn't it
Yep.
destroyed?
No, it was very much hurt. 1/3 of the population was killed by your guys' releasing of the demons.
Yeah, you guys.
I thought
But
it was
then
more than a third.
I thought it was only.
Maybe
thought it was
because
a
it was
third.
600,000 and we lost 200,000.
Yeah, I think it was a third.
semantics.
Like you killed additional people, but the shadows killed
Yeah.
a third.
But then Alvin and Thalrak worked together to take out the demon lord that was there.
Or did he take in the demon lord? Because as you notice, he is a dragon
that
and he
way.
is still alive, but he has not aged. Nor has the wife. But the children, they have aged. They have died. He has seen many come and go. But Alvin remains. Also, chat paid to start a rumor, so you got that bit of tidbit for free from chat.
That Alvin doesn't age.
Well, there's more in there, whether or not you pick up on it.
And that Alvin's very close to just breaking down and starting to kill everyone. Probably, because he watched his kids die.
But we'll see. So, the problem is what city are you going to go after first, and how are you going to maintain supply lines? Even if you can take out all of the lands connected, that bridge could be toppled. You're leaving at least 2 islands completely in control by Thalarak. How do you assault continents?
Don't forget, Alvin also had the first tree meta.
But he
hold on.
moved them over here.
Oh, he did.
So
I
he's
didn't
in that
realize.
whole mass over there, yeah. Because the first tree was dead, remember?
Yeah.
Yep. And they replanted the first tree in Shetland, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So what you need to do is you need to tell me all of the logistics, given Alvin's resources, that he would need to take Erford and secure it and secure his borders versus the inevitable fight that would be from Thalarak once the aggression has been initiated. So you guys can draw lines, you can write keys in the corner. Pretty much everything that needs to stay on the map should be locked down. So I can just delete it all when we're done. But you can like put a key in the bottom, like red line means troops, blue line means food, whatever you want to do. Your plan has to go in there. And as a token for some of you getting the lesson and enduring the conditions, the winning team will receive 1 gold per student.
Okay. So are we?
You're off to go.
Okay, so my idea. Okay, first, so we have this whole area to the bottom, that to the south, west, and like it's really connected to the continent by this one bridge. So if you destroy this bridge, then you cordon off his empire into like 3 different sections. So then it really becomes a battle of maintaining naval control of these waterways, and then he can start, because he has way more forces in this continent here, so he should be able to push up and take like just advance his armies northwards, and if he can cut off the naval supply lines, then he's basically just fighting a singular war on a continent where he has superior forces and allies.
Yeah, that's a good plan. If you keep people from getting in, keep the outside supplies from getting in. So you keep this section guarded. You know, you make sure that no one can pass this section, like navally. So you'd also have to protect this area navally too.
Yeah, but I was thinking if you destroy that bridge, then you've destroyed the only...
They could still try naval, but it's going to be a lot harder for them.
Yeah.
Presumably, if you drop the bridge into whatever that is, if the bridge is, I don't know if the scale of this is realistic, but if the bridge is truly spanning that distance, then the bridge alone is enough to also disrupt passage through it, unless it's like not a. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if the bridge is in the water, a boat can't go through there either because the bridge is
About 100 miles long.
the bridge is 100 miles long.
Yeah, so
Woo,
yeah.
that's magical.
Yeah. I mean, it is one of the great wonders of this world. Like, look how it's as big as some of these cities.
Well, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but it's a physical structure 100 miles long.
Yeah.
I mean,
By
then
about like I'd say like 8 lanes of highway wide.
and how deep is the water across the canal?
In the center, it gets down to 230 feet.
Oh, that bridge would block past.
That's it. Okay, and then how deep do our boats draft?
I don't fucking know.
No, I'm just playing with you.
Yeah.
I'm just being an asshole.
I mean, there are spells that you could probably find other ways to block that too.
Either way, if you drop
Yeah.
the bridge, you're going to really restrict passage to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and
You'll
then you
leave
just
the pillars
pretty
up
much
too.
just
You could
keep,
build off the pillars.
pretty
Well-
much, and then you just keep this area down here. Like, so like people don't try to launch attacks from here. You keep that guarded.
They want to attack the Dark Clouds Forest?
That's allied with Alvin.
It is
And
valid.
is the irradiated zone that small, or is the whole? Is it more? And like, what does that irradiated mean? Can you just go in there? Or
Is
can you
that
not go in there?
That would actually.
I would not recommend.
Yeah. What was that irradiation from again?
Voltaire cracked the box open and
Oh.
released like a year's worth
Oh.
of radiation crystals,
Yeah.
energy.
No, that's like Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Scary things happen in the Dark Cloud Forest.
Can I presume that it would be very difficult to march through here and with the Orcish city?
The Orcish city is neutral, so
But you'd still have to get through them.
yeah, you'd have to probably promise them something. Same with the Bystones. But then you have
So,
Thalrak owns
Swingers, you just
Kadun
have
and
to leave your
Baru's Keep.
spouses.
Yeah, but if they could come to
Oh wait, we forgot another one for Alvin.
Whom?
Sarish Mountains.
Right, yeah.
Sarish
Yeah,
Mountains,
is
that
actually-
whole line is controlled by Alvin, as is the Forbidden Forest, actually.
Yeah, just outside of Ereford.
Yep.
Oh yeah, well then you would just need to get diplomatic. Give it a big D for diplomatic of the Orcish city of Tomes. If you could find some kind of diplomatic gain there, plus the mountains, now it's almost impossible to pass into his realm via the sea. Okay, this will be another color. Like this becomes almost impossible, and this becomes almost impossible. So, really, the only crossing spot they have is this region right here, which wouldn't be too difficult to defend navally.
Yeah.
So
and he
the
doesn't need to.
The teacher who's walking around looks at yours, gives it a once over, looks at Twayblade, looks away, and goes walking around to the next group of students.
And,
have an-
Go ahead.
I have an out of game
Yes.
question. I mean, a question. If I do vicious mockery, is that just me like saying a mean thing to somebody, but also so mean that it has like psychic repercussions, basically?
I think you like your words with magic.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
If we're keeping the teacher's false information, then that entire area that I've outlined in black is a no zone, because going in there would be dealing with the Voltaire's territory.
I love the
no one wants to
Voltaire
try to go through
denial.
there. Gotta be interesting. Some. You know, because you've got Clastow, which was the mountains, which was apparently his main lair, and
Thalrak absolutely decimated Clastow. He took their entire population of city guards and dwarves. All the hill dwarves basically lived in Glasgow, and he took them all out of there. And he left the city without any guards and like 50% of their population.
Then the hill people came
and took over.
And then they got taken over. Yeah, so that would be a non-option for anyone if they tried to go around the other way.
You have 4 real minutes of planning remaining in your class time.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else other than we could discuss like the warden city of Watoon and how it could be used to bolster the section. So if we want to do just for naval strat you invade. Green is invasion.
I'm just I'm gonna say this. We'll review your plan, and at the end, if you think it's still solid at the end, then you guys can keep the money. And if you don't think it's solid by the time we're done going back and forth, then you don't get the money. That way, it's not based on me, because that just seems shitty. You guys have to honor code it.
I mean, hold on. I don't even remember what color I used for the last
2
one.
minutes remain. 2 minutes remain!
If anyone else has anything to add?
Make sure that we keep their food alongside the invasion force.
Do you have any food lines?
Yeah, blue's gonna be food lines, so they're gonna move with the invasion force pretty much around the same time, but maybe a little delayed. As Alvin advances across the continent.
The purple is allies, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So can the allied areas be like sending backup food, like in
Oh yeah,
conjunction?
you're right.
Good.
Yeah.
Cities do have their own sources of food.
Send some food lines from the mountains as well. That makes it easier. And let's send some from our boys in Fendal as well. Food lines from Watoon.
And time.
Okay.
All right. So the teacher goes walking around all of the different tables, making notes. You can hear hushed conversations, and you can hear students both huffing in irritation and kind of looking at, some of them looking at it like, wow, I never would have thought of that. When she comes to your table and looks at Twayblade and then looks at the map. Was Twayblade in charge of the defense of the capital city? Because I
wasn't born then.
She just looks. There's no teaching some people. And she starts marking down Let me freehand it.
Damn, we forgot to mark the naval defenses over here.
Oh, I didn't think about the fact that is.
Because they can all just go, yup. They are most
wait.
their main seat
What
of power.
shape you assume the world is?
It is a globe.
Sounds like
It has always been a globe.
sounds like our teacher is clearly one of these ivory towered
Globe Earthers.
globe earthers. Gee, yeah.
Oh,
Of
Husqvarna.
course, this is how this would. Yeah.
Oh, you must be close with Preblade then, I see.
Oh no.
This class is why you don't listen to Mage Media.
Which direction do the trade winds blow?
She just is, like pretending you don't. Like I am not saying that because she's pretending.
I
Like
mean,
she's,
we have to think about how long it would take. That looks like a fairly long journey, right?
I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm not like saying.
Well,
out of
then I am
character.
not even talking to her either.
Yeah, no,
No.
she's
That
in
does.
character. She's completely just pretending you're not there. But out of character, you're fine. I'm like you're good.
And that canal is a very tight choke point. All right, and they've got territory on both sides. They could attack from the land.
Oh, certainly. It would have been a great place to set up a barricade of ships or, krakens or half krakens. It's great things. It's very easy to defend that approach. So why didn't you?
We were focusing on the main invasion.
I see, and I
strategy
like what
and
you have
preventing.
here. You would have taken
preventing
Airford.
forces.
You would have taken Bara's Keep, and you would have taken Khadun, but in the process, you would have lost Balin. You would have lost Fendal. You would have lost, Ulthard, or what was Ulthard. And you would have, most importantly, allowed Thalarak to obtain hostages. And we all know that if Alvin had one weakness, it was his dragon's horde of friends.
That is a very good point. Very good point.
Out of character, I did
Dang it,
say
Steve.
that I was going to let you decide and tell you all that just because I saw this giant gaping thing and I was hoping you would too.
That
So-
would have been like, oh yeah, sure.
Yes. So you guys knowing that what we have here as a group, if you think that you guys would have unanimously voted that another class has won, and please everybody, no, not everybody, because it was in fact one person who will matter. Vinny, please roll luck. You need to
Okay.
roll higher than a 10.
It's gonna be really hard for me to. Except no, it's not. I have +3.
So you see the teacher walking between two separate groups. Let's group you guys real quick so we know who the teams are. Oh, my son's over two teams. So Abby's team is declared the winning team and is awarded 1 gold per member.
Them.
And that's where we'll cut that so we don't make that your entire day. We'll pretend they closed up all the other good stuff, normal class shit. But that way you still have an hour to do something else. But it is lunchtime. What are you planning to do?
Do we want to go to lunch real quick and then we can discuss other plans?
You could certainly skip lunch, but you take a level of exhaustion for when you skip a meal.
We should.
Yeah, I think I'm going
I
to
already have the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To lunch.
Luckily,
And away we
luckily, level 1 exhaustion doesn't really do much, as I've learned. Pretty sure, right, Goji?
Isn't that disadvantage on all your skill checks?
Oh, I think that's level 2.
Yep. No, level 2
Yeah.
is speed tab. Level 1
Yep.
is just vintage of
Oh, there you
ability
go.
check.
Although we only
And
had, I
then
think,
All
3 rolls
because we
today.
went to class.
You did have problems because you went to the night class. I remember.
No, I'm saying that like I'm getting punished because I went to logistics.
Oh yeah, he is.
How was he punished?
Sorry, Garen. Because he got a level of exhaustion, and he was convinced to come here by us.
Oh yeah. But you guys all got class points for it, though.
How many?
You can have 2 class points. That was a rough class. Well, yeah. Honestly, though, I think we should have a quick transition scene where you guys discuss the class. 'Cause I'm actually curious. And I'll reset
We
up the
should've
dining
seen
room
that.
with new people.
We should have seen it. We were too focused
Think
on
about
everything else.
Yeah, like I think we did great. We just had to say, oh, we just gotta protect this shore, and then we went like,
If we made one line, we would have been perfect.
yeah. Also, that teacher is kind of a dick.
Yeah.
What was
Make everyone hot. I think some people might have been close to passing out or something. That's not healthy.
and I think she was
Yeah.
racist.
Whoa. Another one. That's 2 in one day. That's getting bad.
Not as
Yeah,
far
this
as I
is-
know, but it's an interesting take on it.
It's just, she seemed to really hate Tway, and I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Oh. I have suspicions as to why, and they aren't racist.
Because I dumped her flowers into the fire?
Possibly.
I don't.
Hands-on learning.
Yeah, it's kind of like the time that I'm drawing all over the shit.
This is our attack plan for getting through the hallway.
He's just he's really enthusiastic about how that class went, and he just wants to learn more. He's just drawing on everything.
It's kind of like the time that I went to the cooking class and then tried to see what was in the cellar, and you gotta screw up once sometimes to learn. But how are you gonna learn if you don't try stuff?
Yeah, it's a little bit like when I raised my voice in the practical magic class.
Oh yeah, didn't you almost kill the teacher or something?
I did not. He cried and left. All right.
Oh, okay.
I said I asked him to be a little more prompt with his explanations, and he cried and left. I don't. You gotta have thick skin to be a teacher.
Did
I
you
don't know how
arrive
to
back
raise
at the
that through.
bed?
Hey, wait a minute. What's this book? Do we know what this book is?
There we go. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh. I was just wondering if we know what this book is. It's just sitting right at the entrance of the...
It is a sign-in book for when the dining hall is used for events. So it has records of recent bookings for this.
Do we see any interesting bookings? Like, has it been used since school started?
It has been. How thoroughly are you looking through it?
I mean, is there a lot written, or is it just like 1 or 2 entries?
There's been 12 rentals since the start of school.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm intrigued. Can I try and figure out if any of them are, if I can glean anything from any of them?
Investigation. Seven of them have more or less identical attendee lists. There's a few that change here and there, but for the most part, like 80 to 90% of the attendee list is the same.
Do I recognize any of the names on it?
Let me go roll. Well, let's see. Who do you know? That would be a better question, because otherwise it would be hard to just say. Yeah.
Who do I know? Let me see. Deshira, Lavisa, Abby,
Don't forget Elaine.
yeah. Kone, do I recognize, do I see that name?
You do not see that name. So you see a Samira. You see Chandrell. And I'll give you one more. You see a Esyr. Esyr.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go get some food.
Interesting. There's something new on the notice board.
Hold on, I'll be back in just a second.
Yep. He had to go to the bathroom.
Oh.
There. All right. So what are you guys doing? You guys looking at the notice board?
I did.
Did you read anything
Yeah, I'm looking at the
interesting?
notice board.
Yeah, there's a notice about a unique opportunity that they believe would be an excellent fit for you. And it just says you, so I'm guessing they're trying to go people into taking this up. They're confident you won't. This is written like it's personal, but it's very clearly not. And it's written by an Esyr, room 203.
Sorry about that.
This is reading like they relocated the sex party. I'm not so sure about this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Why am I in the bathroom? What happened? Did someone shove me into the bathroom while I was gone?
Yeah, that was
meta.
my excuse for where you went.
Okay, there we go.
You
Hello
missed the
again,
sex party
Global.
relocation.
Oh man.
It's by an Esyr, if anyone recognizes that name.
Wait, hold on.
ESYR.
What's he doing?
A unique opportunity that would be an excellent fit. It would be both transformative and intimate. Someone with your qualities to get involved. Someone's ready to fully embrace. It's personal, deeply rewarding, and absolutely private.
Wait, is this on the notice board?
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
like, I was just looking at the logbook, and, like, him and this Samira and Ashan Drell, I don't know if you know those names, but they just keep running out the hall for something. I mean, it could just be a study group, but maybe they have something going on.
Sex
Maybe
party.
they do. Yeah, what he said.
Is it
Yeah,
on a
but, like-
regular schedule?
I don't know. Well, it's been like 8 or 9 times, and we've only been here for like a week.
Maybe someone should try reaching out to this Isia fellow.
It worked well for the swordsman when he went tracking down a person based on their room number.
Oh, no.
Do we? Oh, you know what? You know what? I have some like student records. Maybe I could like. I'm gonna look this guy up and see who he is. We're gonna do some recon.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna go grab some food real.
Yeah, I think that's a good. All right, play it normal, okay?
And Vinny grabs some fruit and bread, just pre-prepared stuff.
For no reason at all, which dorm did you assault?
The historian dorm.
Thank you.
Did we assault a dorm?
It was another character.
Okay, Dorbar is gonna just make himself like a deli sandwich so he doesn't have to cook anything.
Yeah.
You know what? He is gonna grab a watermelon though, and like
Garen just
he's gonna like just lug it himself over to this table, and he's gonna dice up some watermelon. So anyone who wants some watermelon can have watermelon, but he's gonna take some.
yeah, okay, come on.
Watermelon actually sounds good right now.
Which table?
Oh, just here. Like I can't really display it, but it's kind of a place. There's room.
Yeah, I'll just grab a
Oh,
little bit
yeah.
of this, a little bit of that. But
Yeah,
dynamically.
Just gonna grab some watermelon and he's gonna sit with the party.
Everybody's scared of the oven and stove.
Oh yeah.
I
Not a
don't
very good
love all the
track record.
jousting.
Well, most people don't throw flour on a fire. Pavian, you just shook your head. I get it. Baking soda, yeah, sure, but flour is going to explode.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like a sawmill fire.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys have all gone by the garden table. And what would
Did
you
you
guys like to
guys-
discuss?
When you were originally in that room that we broke into yesterday, when you guys originally had gone through it, had you discovered anyone's names associated with that? Does that sound familiar?
I don't believe we did. We just found like the scrolls and hey, Dorba found student records, so maybe those students have something to do with it.
Oh, that's what you meant by you have student records.
He's currently deafened and he can't hear a word. Oh, here he comes. Dorba!
Hey, so I walked in halfway through the note on the notice board, so I was just trying to read it all myself. It's very silly. Also, who invades someone else's dorm?
What? What are you?
There's something on the notice board about someone who went and attacked someone else's dorm.
Gotta read this. I didn't see that.
I think it might be the swordsman. That guy sounds crazy.
yeah, that's probably him. You got that right.
I've heard this guy seems unhinged.
I mean, yeah, have you talked to him at all?
I just heard that he keeps talking about these demons. Like, he has something about the demon. He's writing that we gotta be worried about the demons on the notice board, and then he's just running around attacking people.
He is off his rocker, if you ask me, you know.
Someone was even saying he eats in the bathroom.
Yeah, who does? That is unsanitary. He is insane. There's no doubt in my mind that that is a very insane man.
Aren't we having some problem with demons though?
Maybe,
Oh, no.
but like, I don't know.
If anything, let's not talk to him.
Yeah,
Because
like,
he sounds, you know, off his rocker, can't be trusted, dangerous. I mean, attacking someone in their dorm?
maybe he was the one who blew up Garen's room.
Maybe he is.
I mean, let's not. It may not have. It's probably not him.
Oh, by the way, hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
It did not snow, did it?
It snowed a little bit yesterday.
No, this is
Like a light
what-
dusting. Like, we're
What are
talking
they-
like, if you're in Michigan, people would forget how to drive, but like, nobody should have forgotten how to drive levels of snow.
This is crazy. This
As an Illinoisan, I understand what you
Yeah.
mean.
As anybody in the Midwest, if you're in the Midwest, this is the type of weather where you should have known what was going on, but you don't.
Mhm.
this, okay. Anyway,
Some
I
of us
forgot what I
commute.
was talking about. Oh yeah. You were gonna ask me something. Sorry, I got off on the notice board. And what's going on?
We were going to look into the student records to see if who's associated. I'm curious of what this post on the notice board is all about.
Yeah.
Sounds like to me they're a continuation of the sex club, or he's selling hallucinogenic drugs also. Or
Maybe it has to do with that blood drive stuff too, because that we also need to check that out, because that's most certainly related to the blood we found in the dungeon.
we
think?
do, but like,
Oh,
I don't want an intimate blood donation.
I don't know if we think that there's a blood donation for that notice board. From what's his face? Elron?
I'll check. Yeah.
Elsier. Essier.
Yeah, Essier has the intimacy.
Yeah.
The blood drive is from Xavier Trueheart.
Well, we got afternoon classes, right? Are you guys gonna go to melee combat?
There's no use for me in that class. I'm a magic wielder.
Do we just wanna? Cause we only have 40 minutes left. Do we
You
want to
can do
just do a
something else, too.
presumptive class and then,
Oh.
yeah,
hoping
research a
to do melee
seer
combat.
and. I'm fine taking a presumptive class. And then coming together in the evening.
That's all right with me. I mean, if someone really wants to take a little bit of time for their own class, I don't mind.
You guys are like, we had one class today, and that was traumatic enough. We were sweating. People were rude.
Well, no matter what, Aaron's going to melee combat, even if it's not going to be like in the session.
In character, yeah, that's fine. No,
Yeah,
that's the
okay,
point of it.
go.
You still, have to mark out your. There's a place
Mhm.
for it in Discord somewhere. All right, so then you guys leave to come back together in the evening. Where would you guys? What's your plan? What do you guys want to do? We'll put you in your. We'll say you went back to your homes, to the wealthy dorms where you get whole rooms instead of just. And I'm not kidding. Like, look at this. Like, I'm not even like. Let me
They
pull
can't
up.
see anything
I'm
on the
pulling
map.
out the
Who
meat. Give me
made
a
this
second to
choice
pull
for
out the
us?
meat.
That's what. Nope, not gonna say anything. Giggity.
Look at this. Okay, so you guys see this where the meat is? These are their rooms.
Yep.
Why
Except-
why does the university even have? Actually, that's not that much smaller than.
No, you guys just got the fucking posh dorms. I
Yeah,
literally had to
we're-
bolt things onto this to make it anywhere close to yours. And as you arrive back in the evening at your dorms, there is another notice pinned to the door. This one Vinny does not have to read.
All right, like these are crazy.
This one simply is
crazy.
this one is simply addressed and sealed and to Garen.
Oh. I guess I'll read it.
Nope. Nope. Check it for traps.
Oh, yeah, I've got to check it
Yeah.
for
Hand it over to our professional trap checker.
Yeah,
We all blow up again.
I'll check
yeah,
it. I'll check
I'm
it.
gonna give it to Gorbar.
I'm gonna give you guidance, and I'm gonna back up to the back side of the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll.
Sleight of hand, right?
Yep.
Do it in the hallway.
I think we're good.
It is trapped. However, with that roll, you also notice a distinctive mark that you had been informed would be in use by somebody who may want to cause harm to Garen.
You know, I can't really tell what's going on with this one. I'm gonna keep this.
You're
and we're
you're
gonna-
you're the only person who can hear this, by the way. Everyone else is muted out. You are the only.
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
So you just got that information, so you know that this is Abby's mark on this, and it's a powder trap.
Do I know what that means?
Like if it opens, it'll release some powder into the air of some kind. Release something out of a
Okay.
little packet.
All right. Sounds.
So let me know when you're ready, and I'll bring everyone back.
Yeah.
Okay, bringing them back. It'll take a second.
So,
Everyone's
what-
back.
Has it blown up yet?
No. So like this one's like something seems to be up with it, but I can't quite tell what it is. I'm gonna need more time to like look this thing over and make sure it's safe. So I'm just gonna like keep a hold onto this one. We're not gonna open it or nothing. But there's like a weird symbol on it. I don't know what it means, but like I think something strange is happening here.
To the
Yeah,
library.
where did Garen go? Where did I put him?
So Dorbar's gonna like put the letter in his room, and then we can figure out what we're gonna do from there.
Okay.
So real quick, Dorba, do you want to check your student records to see if Isia comes up at all?
Yeah. They should just be in a like in one of these things. Is there a role you need, or do I just have
What?
What can I find out
About what? Sorry.
about a seer from the student records I got from the cellar?
Roll block.
By the way, Meadow, you're out of focus.
It's because everything broke.
Kinda. Okay, Lux +1.
Let me see if I can fix it.
Got 20. I've rolled crazy today. Oh, did that roll another? Oh no! Wait, what happened? Hold on.
You're fine.
It's
I rolled a
Okay, it's
D20.
fixed now, I think.
Oh, well,
I think it's
it's
fixed
being
now.
weird. It keeps showing it as under sleight of hand. Oh, okay. No, the first roll was 20. I'm sad I lost that second one. But anyway, yeah, it's a 20.
And it was the record of the things in the cellar.
Yep.
Yes, you do see a seer's name on that.
Okay, and what does it say about him? Like where he's from? What he?
It has a full classification, like a full lineage chart. And it's particularly roll investigation.
Guidance. Give yourself that 4, just in case.
Yeah.
Push that over 20.
Or 220.
20.
All right. It's particularly interested in lineage, bloodlines, and in particular where it connects to historical or significant figures.
Does it say who he's connected to?
Let me look real quick at my notes. The Hawk Balls.
The Hawk Balls?
Hawk Balls.
Oh, okay. And does it say what race he is?
You would know very much the Hawk Falls. The Hawk Falls are a mixed gnomish human lineage, descended from Wes Hawkfall, one of the heroes that you would have seen mentioned in Romance in Rakoga, Part 2
Okay.
and 3. I think 2, maybe just 2.
Okay. So I don't. All right. It says that he's
a great hero
from-
of the underground gnomes.
Yeah. It says that like this guy's descended from the Hawk Falls.
Whoa.
The Hawk Balls?
The Hawk Fall.
Oh.
I did the same thing. But
Whoa,
Vinny, it sounds like you know like the Hawk Fall. What's the Hawk Fall?
Wes Hawkfall. He was a hero in the books.
Oh, he's a hero. Okay.
Yeah, a long time ago.
So,
you know,
like-
from the 1,000. Yeah. all that
Okay,
stuff.
so this guy like maybe comes with some clout. He's probably less shady than other people, then, right? Like, you figure that like
If you can pass personality traits through bloodline, then yeah, needs to be pretty good.
Just like I don't think the world's actually round, I don't think you can pass on traits.
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's interesting that he was also connected to the person. Go for it.
Are all of the people in that folder have relatives that are famous or important in some way?
Maybe we should check that. Do they have that written down, Dorba?
let me see. At just a quick glance, can I see if most of the records have lineages? And actually, can I see if there's a record on everyone or if it's just specific people?
It's just a few people, few scattered people
Oh,
that have
okay.
lineages in there among other records for other students.
Okay.
But
yeah,
every one
it's
of the
apparent-
records that is there all ties back to at least one historically notable figure.
Okay, so like every record that is here ties back to somebody, whether it's, you know, through lineage or some other connecting factor, but it seems like whoever was keeping these was trying to keep track of who had, you know, famous heirs or famous bloodlines, and who, you know, was kind of disregarding people who didn't.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Do we want to check his room out? Do we think that's valuable, or do we want to check out the blood drive?
know if we should like all go to his room. I don't know if we want to like send someone as an inside man, but like I'd also go to the blood drive. Though we have all week to do the blood drive, right?
I think so.
I don't want to
Vinny?
give any blood because I am so tired from that class.
Yeah, Vinny.
I wouldn't recommend giving any blood either because it's I have a feeling it's tied to the cult. So probably want to figure out what's going on with it before we give any blood.
Do you want to go undercover? Could be
Me?
fun. Yeah.
I can certainly try. That's what I can do. I can put on the old Dante's family charm.
Whoever we send in, you mean to the blood drive or to
To a seer?
203?
To room
Let's hear.
203.
Whoever goes in should be able to communicate out.
I can't do
Oh,
that.
yeah, that makes sense, Twayblade. Because you can let us know if something's going wrong or something, right?
With a whisper.
Yeah, let me pull up, make sure I remember what the rules are for that. But yes, so make.
Also,
We're
you
also
guys are
gonna
room
need to set up-
032.
Yes, a creature within range. So as long as you guys are in 120 feet, I can just.
So if we stay outside the dorm, we might have to hang back a little, but then outside the dorm we should be
Wait.
fine.
We're gonna need to set up some safe words. So like a safe word if it is a weird sex cult, a safe word if it is a drug ring. What was the other option? I don't think we have any other options.
The unholy combo of the two.
Both at the same time. I think that's called a rave.
Rave is the third safe word then. So
Yeah.
sex cult is the first safe word, drug ring is the second safe word, and if they're both there, you just say rave, and then
You all go in.
which one?
I mean, no.
Wait.
Yeah,
At
then
what
we'll-
point do we go in? Do we go in?
I mean, if you're in trouble, I guess tell us to go in. Like, give us an alarm word or something,
Yeah, like, I think.
and
we
then
just
we'll
need
have
a lot.
Garen here, our big buddy Garen here. Open the door.
He's the muscle.
Oh yeah.
Karen does not approve of your illicit sex rings.
Jousting though.
Then I could burn the door open, but I really don't recommend that. After all, the last time I lit something on fire that didn't go through.
The rich kids do you guys, like the other team does a lot of damage to the university on accident. You do a lot of damage on purpose.
I wouldn't say it's on purpose.
Collateral damage.
There is definitely some collateral damage. Yeah.
Well, do we want to
I'm up for it.
set up, see what's up in Nasir?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am exhausted
Ooh.
though, so
I'm still curious about that
My
letter addressed to
checks?
me though.
Can you get rid of a point of exhaustion just a short rest? Or does it take a long rest?
Let me check.
Could make the argument while we've been planning. It's been a short, or
Yeah.
dinner was a short rest.
An effect that removes exhaustion reduces level. Finishing a long rest reduces a creature's exhaustion by 1. Okay, so you'd have to finish a long rest, unfortunately, which we haven't done. We could send 2 people in.
You guys are in the hall discussing. So I need to make the light here. So
Mhm.
give me a sec.
I mean, we could send someone else in with my owl, and then I could just say, "Oh yeah, it's my owl," but I'll be able to see what's going on inside the room.
True.
I mean, I do think I'm the most likely to be able to maybe make friends. Like, I may
Probably.
be able to,
You're not as
Help people.
intimidating as Garen.
If people get to know Garen, they like him, but they're too scared of him.
That's true.
Well, there's a non-zero chance that this might end in a fight, so
Having you here is good, buddy.
I just don't think you're that charming when you're this exhausted and you're rolling at disadvantages.
She's not that
Fair.
exhausted.
I mean, I can talk. I'm not bad at the art of wood crafting. If it comes to it, I could go in.
Did you say art of wood crafting?
Word crafting.
He's a little tired too.
I mean,
Yeah.
the two of us could go.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The post was very singular. Speaking of word
Select
crafting.
few.
Oh. Oh.
You know, then he could say, "Well, I'm only really looking for."
I brought a
one, so
friend.
we might. We might be able to voir dire a bit between ourselves, have an excuse to spend a little more time, see what's really going on.
If that's how you guys want to handle.
It's up to you, Twayblade. I can join you, or you can do it solo. I trust you.
Don't know what's best. I mean, if it gets really bad, I would prefer not to be alone, but
I'd say either way, we should have our friends waiting outside, even if that includes me outside.
yeah.
Everyone but the people going in should be right outside.
Sorry, keep
I
talking.
don't
I'm building. I'm almost done.
And just know that if Garen goes in, people might start flying. Okay, I'm glad it's not Gorbar. Yeah.
If you're coming in, then we're
Okay, yeah.
probably in trouble. So,
Yeah.
people should
Yeah.
stop flying if you come in.
Not Gorbar.
People,
This
yeah,
time.
people we don't like.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope that doesn't include me.
It doesn't.
Thank you.
Probably.
Maybe, if you're lucky. Sometimes. Okay.
Vinny, however. Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Whew.
Is the storm room on the ground floor? Do we know?
You are on the ground floor. They are on the second floor.
Because we're O, and then I'm guessing 1 is. Wait. Is 1 the ground floor or is O the ground floor?
Oh, is the ground floor.
Okay, then do we just skip over 1? Or are there ones?
There are ones.
Where are those? Are they on the second floor?
Oh God, they're fine. Yeah, you know. Shh.
I'm
it'll
sorry,
be,
Meadow.
It'll be
I'm
one
sorry.
up. It's one up. So 2 would be the third floor, 3 would be the fourth floor, etc.
All right.
Sorry, I'm doing both at the same time. So
I mean, you could just put us in the basement retroactively.
already probably.
Yeah, but
should
then
be in the
we're gonna have
basement.
to get even more into the building code violations. And like windows and stuff.
Well,
egress.
there's only one exit from that kitchen, and I'm pretty sure that's an OSHA violation.
Maybe we should have
We should call the inspector.
the owl flying. Could we maybe have the owl by the window? Fly out by the window?
That's a good idea. That way we've got 2 eyes on it that can report back.
Yeah. We're sending your owl outside the window of the storm to spy too.
Okay. I mean, he can. Okay.
So is that the plan? Twayblade goes in and the owl watches from the window?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sounds good.
Garen, what do you think? Think that's a good plan?
Yep.
The rest of
Dorba?
us need to stay. Turn away from busting
Yeah.
through the door.
Second, I'm almost done here. I think I've got this here. So player, and then I got who's going here?
We're all going.
No,
Right,
like who's
yeah,
going up
just
to the
out this
door
way.
is what I meant.
Twayblade.
Okay, so we're gonna put you guys over here.
And I think you can have a guidance on the way to the door, but a minute. Is that right? Or is it more?
Okay, so just Twayblade going to door. Twayblade goes. You go here. You go here.
Oh, it's
Garen.
even.
And Doorbar, you're coming, but you're not going to the door.
Mhm.
And Hermes doesn't exist anymore.
Wow.
So
That kid
did,
died.
did Hermes like get expelled or something?
Well, I
His-
think in
But
character
I
you
know-
were given an explanation last time, maybe.
Yeah, that his magical sickness had progressed, so they took him away.
Yeah, I wasn't here last time, so I didn't know the in-character
Oh no,
reasoning.
no, I know. I was just
Oh,
saying that
good.
so somebody like Oju would jump in and say what it was that happened.
But we do lose a lot of party members. Like, one of our other members was expelled for trying to stab someone
Yeah.
in the magic combat class.
You know what it is? You're cursed. You're
What?
too close to it. You're party 2 p.m. right now. You need your official name so that you're no longer party 2 p.m. Party 2
Mhm.
curse.
What room number are we?
023.
Another two.
This one, which one is this room? By the way, I need to put that on here.
203. Room 203. Is the
Okay.
one we're going to.
Do you remember what the other one was, or did I not give you a number?
You did not.
Good. We'll give it a number when we need to have a number. Please work. Yeah. So you arrive at the dorm. 1 second, I need to find some music that goes with it. I was almost ready.
Giving myself a bardic inspiration.
Okay, you approach the door to the dorm, which is locked, and it appears to have some kind of teal light shining from between the cracks.
Okay, I'll knock.
You knock, and you hear from behind the door, "Who is it?"
Someone who saw your notice on the board in the food hall and was intrigued and tantalized.
Ah, yes. We have a few. All right, I think everything's back. Sorry, so repeat that now that I can hear again.
I was asking if, I could, like, try and persuade this person to talk to me face to face.
You can try. It's going to be a high roll because he's on guard. I said, you probably didn't hear. It probably got cut off by the internet. You gotta be real careful. I've heard of students being assaulted through their doors these days. Like, even just opening the people. Punched right through.
Wow. That is really scary, but I just, I want this to start off well, and it feels a little one-sided right now, so...
Well, here, let me help with that. And you hear some swishing and flicking.
Oh, shitty.
And 1 second.
I'm glad we had the same thought, Cool Demon.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
A spectral image appears next to you.
Oh.
Is this sufficient?
It's a big improvement over your door, for sure.
Well, I mean, naturally, look at me.
Well, yeah, that's part of it. So, sorry, you are... You are a seer?
A seer, yes.
Okay. And you want to know how many relatives I have living?
Correct. Standard forms. Paperwork.
Sure. Okay. So then I'm gonna just start throwing up hands, and then hands again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then you may not be a good applicant.
Maybe 120?
Oh, I'm sorry. Then you will not be a good applicant. I'll have to turn you away. Goodbye.
Really? Oh, and they're gone. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna knock again.
No answer.
Did we all see this happen?
I'm not. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I don't know. Where were you?
We were down the hall.
Probably, yeah.
Ooh.
So I'll say to the door, leaning close to whatever. If I don't suit the profile of what you're looking for, that's fine. But I have my own connections and interests here, and I thought that one of the things that might be beneficial was if we could help each other out with whatever it is both of us are trying to do. So, maybe you should come find me if you need help getting people into the right mental state.
No response.
Okay.
So, what happened?
I have too many relatives for that person. They only want people with not a lot of family. What did the...
Let me try then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Garen, you might have a way in.
Yeah, I'm going to knock on the door. It's gonna be louder, and yeah, it's no different.
Are we sure
Let me go back.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. I'm just
Oh, there.
moving things.
Are we sure that I'll be able to see in through the window with the owl? Did you guys decide that was a certain?
Yeah, Meta, is he able to see him?
Yeah, I can't see a thing.
You can. The only exposed out part. I'll just pull a
yeah.
copy of you to what you can see.
Tavian.
So you're not in this room, but you can see this room.
Do I?
1 second, let me focus ping you.
Oh, that's the room I can see.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much empty. There's not a lot going on.
Correct. You can see just exactly what you can see. No signs of anybody.
I would say, from what we can see from the outside, once he goes through that door, if we don't have communication with him, then I don't think we can pull him out.
You think
And
I
the
can-
door
you think
knocks
I
and
can
he
knock-
goes,
Yeah.
"Who is it?"
Can I fly the
My
owl
name
back
is Garen,
while he's talking to them and
and
land
I
on
have
his shoulder?
and your note on the notice board, or wait, where did we see it again? It was on the notice board, right?
Yes.
Your note on the notice board has intrigued me.
Oh, has it? Well, you'd certainly be a interesting candidate. We do have a few screening questions, however, if you are prepared to answer those.
Okay.
How many living relatives do you have?
As far as I know, none.
What is your relationship with recreational drugs?
As far as he knows, none.
None.
Would you be willing to change that stance?
This is not for me. Actually, no, I'm going to lie and say yes.
Okay, roll deception. You'll have your first DM opposed roll of the whole day. I did this whole fancy setup for a
crap.
dedicated dice cam with a dedicated zoom.
Can I hear this?
It's gonna be disadvantage.
I'd assume
because-
so, yeah. Well, I mean, you're way down the hall. Roll perception, and if you get better than a 10, you can hear it.
If I can hear it, I'm gonna try and bardic inspiration
oh.
him.
Oh,
Okay, well, yeah. Roll if you roll higher. Yep, you can give a bardic inspiration.
that's a D4, right?
Yep. So roll your d4.
No, a bardic is 6.
Oh, 6 d6. Roll your d6.
14.
All right, 14, and it's their perception, right? No, right? Koji?
Insight.
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 Which was a wisdom based.
Oh, wisdom. Okay, got it. Okay, so it's that. And then go over to here, because I can do this, and let's move this over. That's a 13 on the die, which does not bode well for a 14.
No, I can't.
Oh well,
by
I mean,
myself.
okay, certainly. That's but you know, in these cautious times, we need to make sure. The little hatch opens up, and a hand pops out, holding a small stick of paper wrapped tightly around something. And you can see at the end is burning, and there's a smoke coming off of the end. It's a rather odorous smell. Let's see.
Crap. I don't want Karen actually doing drugs. Oh no. I'm going to immediately grab his hand
Okay.
and say, guys, it's a drug party.
Rich is gonna shake his head, embarrassed. Like,
And you just hear him yell, "Gods! They'll be coming for you!" And then, 1 second, I need to pull up something.
Oh no.
oh, look at the puppy.
This is a mistake. This is absolutely a mistake.
Please, oh, okay. Take 2d8 damage as he uses shocking grasp on you, which is already contacted because you are holding him captive, so it doesn't need an attack
Yeah.
roll.
I thought Shocking Grasp was 1d8, unless he's a high enough level that it's 2d8.
I should definitely ask if he knows who Garen the Gruesome is, because he's pissed him off.
5 and
Uh-oh.
And how much damage?
6.
did I
11
take?
damage. Basically max, almost.
Oh.
Oh, no, not max, but decent. 11 damage.
Oh god, I am at 4 HP.
Roll a shock check.
Unconscious.
You have to get greater than a
Ooh.
10. Well, equal to or greater than 10.
Please. Is it is it
Con
a
save.
saving throw or
It
just
is. It is a saving.
Constitution?
Oh!
Whoa!
I
You stay
forgot
standing. I
you
assume you let
can't-
go, though. Or do you hold on?
Yeah, I let go, and I
and
immediately just tell him, "Do you know who Garen the Gruesome is?"
Do you know who
just pissed him off.
Asia is? trust me, one of us should be more afraid than the other.
Yeah. Dorbar's gonna just like slowly walk away so he doesn't once again end up in a situation where he gets hurt, because Garen went gung-ho with no
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kicking down the door. Oh, crap.
Garen, we should probably get out of here.
You hear footsteps very faintly from way down the hallway somewhere, approaching louder and louder.
Yeah, Garen. Finney's like, okay, let's go.
Okay. Yeah, finally, fine.
You can have your vengeance
back
later.
Here, though.
I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on the way out.
Sure.
He opened the hatch, he can hear me for sure.
He can,
It's a
yes.
DC 13.
Yep. Fail. What's the mockery?
Sleaze bag.
Bitch! Did you just hear us down the hall? As you
That
guys
doesn't hurt me!
Oh, it will! And rival, after quite the eventful day, you guys return to your dorm. Go ahead.
This might have been a mistake.
It's all right, Garen. I'm sure the gods won't come after you. You didn't do any. You just grabbed the guy's hand.
Yeah, nobody was ever apprehended by guards after trying to assault somebody through their peephole.
Stabbed the door.
The thing is, though, he told him who he was. Eric the Grocer.
You did. You kind of identified yourself. You really did. The worst you could have. But 28 loot points for everybody. Thanks everyone for playing. Thanks everybody for watching. We have the other party here in about an hour at 6 o'clock. And we will see everybody else next week. Thank you so much. And